Hello there and good morning. So the Taliban retakes Kabul and throws the West out of Afghanistan. As per usual, please like, subscribe and comment below. And when subscribing, please press the little bell, but also select the all option or you won't get any notifications. So we had all the money, we had all the power and all the machinery of war. But what we didn't have was the will to continue. Did we just get tired? Did we fear more casualties? Did we fear more expense when the cost of the pandemic weighs so heavy on us at the moment? But it doesn't matter the reason behind it all. We did lose the will to protect the ordinary people of Afghanistan. And the will of the Taliban, though, never ever faltered. Now, it's been reported that the Defence Secretary Ben Wallace and the Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab called around Europe for help. Called around anywhere they could think of to get some help in Afghanistan once the US started pulling out. But they got none. They got no support. In fact, the rest are all cutting and running, pulling out just like the US, and there are scenes of panic at Kabul airport, and we're pulling out too. While the Taliban sees billions in military gear, Camp Bastion and even a Black Hawk helicopter. But the UK can't act unilaterally, we can't do it on our own, not just because we can't afford it, but because it would be seen as pure colonialism, going back to the good old days of the British Empire and all that. But this episode will lead to international mistrust, especially of the US, making future international coalitions harder to forge and maintain. Can you imagine them asking for our help again and then leaving us out on a limb again? Would we take that chance? Would anyone take the chance of asking them to go into their country thinking they might just pull out and leave them in the lurch? But we now know that the West is losing its appetite for global intervention. So what we're doing is withdrawing the tentacles put out to touch those that pose a menace to us. But as we withdraw our tentacles, it won't end there, because those that wish us harm will now fill that void with tentacles of their own, pushed out to touch us where we live, where we work and where we play, and that's the big danger. And that was the argument for us going in the first place. But we got our fingers well and truly burnt and ultimately failed. What do we do now? Learn to defend ourselves and our way of life at home with real borders and real security? No, we are now in self-destruct mode, navel-gazing with identity politics, where the colours of stripes on flags and pronouns being of the ultimate importance over all other things. Freedom of speech under severe attack. National pride in our culture and way of life is now being derided by the so-called intelligentsia. What chance have we got? In the UK, we've allowed our own establishment to be ranged against ourselves. The border farce, the courts, half our politicians, they all put UK citizens at the bottom of the pile. They put our safety at the bottom of the pile. We allow them to attack our own culture. We allow them to attack our own history on behalf of those that wish us serious harm. The wealthy and powerful have become the cancer that will destroy the UK, destroy democracy. But democracy at the moment does give us power. But not when we just fearfully pit blue versus red like we always do at every general election. And what do we get? We get the same people, and the same outcome is inevitable. Now, I hope I'm wrong, but I think the coming years might hold some very savage lessons for us, where some difficult and harsh decisions might have to be taken to ensure our own survival. But do you think the current crop of politicians in the Commons and Lords could ever rise to that challenge? So what's your opinion on a post-fall of Kabul world? Please like and comment below. And thank you very much to my Patreon, PayPal and Super Chat supporters.